Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for the Girl Scout and Parent Guardian training for the 2026 Cookie Program. I am excited to walk through the Cookie Program and the digital cookie platform with you and your Girl Scouts. So, as we start here, I would be remiss without mentioning our 2026 Cookie Rally. There is still time to register for that rally, which will be on January 10th at the Interstate Center in Bloomington, Illinois. You can find more information about the rally and register from our website, which is getyourgirlpower.org. This year's cookie theme is Brave, Fierce, Fun. If you and your Girl Scout participated in the Fall Product Program, this may look familiar to you. That is the same theme we used for Fall Product. The mascot is different. So for the Fall Product Program, it was a grizzly bear. For the 2026 Cookie Program, it is the black-footed ferret that you see here, as well as throughout the training. This year's cookie program will run February 13th through March 29th, 2026. I do want to note that online sales will begin prior to February 13th, but that is the date when cookies are allowed to be out and about in the public. And March 29th is not a hard and fast end date. That is just a date that signals to you, as well as your troop volunteers, that the council will no longer be bringing in any additional cookies. I would be remiss also without introducing our brand new cookie for this year. I am very excited about this cookie. It's a Rocky Road inspired sandwich cookie. I think it's going to be very popular for our customers. Hopefully, you and your Girl Scout have had a chance or an opportunity to try that cookie from your troop. If not, I know we will have some as well at the cookie rally in January. So this is going to be a really fun cookie. It is replacing the Toastier variety that was retired last year. So we are excited to see how this cookie performs in our market. Our council is ABC Bakers, also known as America's Best Cookies. There are two bakers within the United States. One is Little Brownie Baker, the other is ABC. And so we are proud to partner with ABC. So we do provide all of the cookies you see on your screen, including the 5 core classics you see circled here in green. That would be the Thin Mint, the Caramel Delight, the Peanut Butter Patty, the Trefoil, as well as the Peanut Butter Sandwich. We also have 4 crowd pleasers that are unique to ABC Bakers, those being the lemonade, the Adventureful, the Explore More, and the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip. I do want to note that the other baker does have their version of an Adventureful and an Explore More, but ours is a recipe specific to ABC Baker, and the other baker does not have lemonades or the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip option. We also have 4 vegan varieties that you see circled here in blue. Those are Thin Mints, peanut butter patties, lemonades, and the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip. We do also have one gluten-free variety, the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip, and all of our varieties are both halal and kosher certified, so even more customers are able to enjoy our cookies. All of our cookie varieties are $6 per box or package. If you find that one of your Girl Scouts varieties isn't selling well, please reach out to your troop volunteer and ask if they could make a swap for you. All of our cookies can be swapped at a local cupboard. That does mean traded. So that isn't we take the cookies back. We do not accept any cookies back from a Girl Scout caregiver, a troop. Once the cookies are taken possession of, they are your possession. But you can trade these out for other varieties, including the gluten-free caramel chocolate chip if need be. When we take a look at finances, you can make checks payable to GSCI or Girl Scouts of Central Illinois. Any of the payments for girl cookie sales that are facilitated through the digital cookie website or app will automatically be taken care of. And Girl Scouts can also accept credit card payments while at booths via their digital cookie app as well. One key thing to note when you are exchanging money with your troop volunteer or they are giving you cookies, please make sure to hold on to any receipts or make sure to ask for a receipt. Receipts provide a very important paper trail so that should there be a discrepancy between what your troop volunteer is reporting and what you have reported, having those copies of receipts on hand are very, very helpful. So make sure to save and ask for any receipts as needed. Your Girl Scout is eligible to participate in the Girl Scout cookie program as long as she owes no money to our council and you have worked with her to sign and complete a parent permission form. As a parent or guardian, you do have a few responsibilities to help your Girl Scout or your Girl Scouts have a really successful cookie program. Number one is going to be to sign that parent permission form. Hopefully, your troop volunteers are providing those to you. If not, they are available on our website. But those forms are required for participation. It acknowledges your financial responsibility as well as that policy of no cookie returns that we just talked about. It may be used for the girls' initial order for the troop. There is an area on the bottom where girls can add their initial order. Then, as the parent or guardian, you'll help the Girl Scout set her goals. You'll pick up cookies and sales materials from the troop at the designated site and date. You'll work with your Girl Scout to set up and approve her digital cookie site, which we'll take a look at here in just a few moments. And finally, you'll submit money to your troop leader. So troop specific dates when it comes to submitting money are going to vary. So I don't have any firm dates here listed for you. I encourage you to contact your troop volunteer who's in charge of cookies to discuss a troop specific timeline when it comes to submitting money. Once the cookies are available for pickup, your troop leader will go to the service unit delivery site to pick up cookies somewhere in the window of February 6th through the 12th. And then he or she will bring those cookies back to a central location for troop distribution. So your troop volunteer will let you know when and where to pick up your cookie order. It is a good idea to make sure to bring a vehicle large enough and clean and empty for those cookies. And again, with those receipts, you'll get a receipt copy for what your Girl Scout ordered initially. Remember to sign that receipt. Your troop volunteer will keep one copy, the other copy will go with you. This is also an opportunity if you need any additional order cards, money envelopes, or receipt books. Your troop volunteer should have those available for you as well. If throughout the program you find yourself in need of additional cookies, please let your troop cookie volunteer know. They can either place a planned order weekly and swing by to pick that up, or they can go and do a walk-in order at their local cupboard. So please make sure to stay up on what cookies you need by checking the digital cookie website. So once we've delivered our cookies to our troops, the direct sale will begin February 13th and run through March 29th. This is the time period where cookies are available to be out and about in the communities, and you're able to go door to door or do any other sales with girls as needed. So there are all kinds of different ways to participate. And at the end of the day, the cookie program is just that. It is a program that is meant to be a fun and educational entrepreneurial experience for our Girl Scouts. So girls can choose how they participate. They can mix and match or choose one pathway. They can do in-person sales, visiting a parent or guardian's office, going door to door, participating in troop booths. Your Girl Scout can also use the order card to place orders and also use digital sales through the digital cookie app for use as well. So she can choose any and all of those ways to participate. If she chooses to use online sales, you're going to use the digital cookie platform for any sort of cookie business. Those invitations will arrive on December 15th. If you don't receive that email, please make sure to reach out to your troop volunteer and or council, and we would be happy to make sure that your Girl Scout is uploaded into the system and receives her registration email. When we are sharing things from Digital Cookie, I just want to make a note that it is more than okay for a girl to share her Digital Cookie link on social media. We welcome you to do so, but we just want to be cautious about posting on third-party sites. It is not allowed. So those include sites like eBay, Amazon, any of those Facebook pages that are garage sale or, Bloomington selling wall, those are not allowed. Our cookies are not allowed to be sold on third-party websites. That does include Facebook Marketplace, so you may have to be a bit creative on how you're creating and sharing these posts and avoid using that dollar sign, because a lot of times when that dollar sign is used, that means then that it will automatically populate to Facebook Marketplace. So posts are welcome to be shared on personal pages or in neighborhood groups that aren't sales or any other public social media groups as long as it is allowed by that group standards. We don't want to be violating any group standards by posting where we shouldn't, so please be mindful of how and when you share on social media. So when a customer shops from your Girl Scout digital cookie, they do have several different options. The first being to have their cookies shipped directly to their home via FedEx. There is a minimum 4 package order for this type of sale, and there are shipping rates that we'll take a look at. In-person delivery is when the order is paid for online, but then the Girl Scout will deliver those cookies directly to that customer. And finally, customers can also choose to donate their cookies if they're not interested in having any of the product themselves. The great thing about digital cookie is that all of these options are paid via credit card, so there is no physical money to worry about collecting with these orders. Here are the shipped cookie order fees for this year. I do want to note that they have actually decreased for this year, which is a rarity in this day and age. Each of the tiers, so tier A and tier B, went down by $1, which means that every fee below that went down by about $2. I do want to note that we are able to ship to Hawaii, Alaska, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Guam, and any APO, FPO, or DPO address for a $5 surcharge on top of the fees that you see listed on the screen. So those are, again, I'm excited to be able to say that they are decreased, and so these are the fees for this year. In-person delivery is going to be perfect for any of those customers that are local to the Girl Scout, whether it be family, friends, neighbors, teachers, anyone that the Girl Scout or you as the caregiver feel comfortable having your Girl Scout deliver. So you will actually receive an email to approve or decline each of the orders, and those do need to be approved or declined within 5 days of the email. So you can actually approve those orders via the email or through Digital Cookie website or app. If you don't do anything with that order, the customer's order will revert to their second choice. So as they're completing checkout, they're asked, if your order is not handled, would you rather it be donated or canceled? If you don't approve or decline the order, then their second choice will be used. Once that order is approved, then the Girl Scout can deliver the cookies to the customer. If you decline it, then the customer will be made aware that their order has been declined, and then they'll be offered the direct ship option. So I really like this feature because it does give caregivers the ultimate say in who their Girl Scouts are interacting with. So the other good thing about in-person delivery is that there is no minimum order for an online customer who uses in-person delivery. So I wanted to really quickly run through the digital cookie site with you. These are all screenshots and things because unfortunately I do not have Girl Scout access, so I can't see what you're able to see. So we will walk through each of these steps here. Step 1 is to register for digital cookie. Step 2 is set up your site. Step 3 is invite customers. And step 4 is using digital cookie to track your progress. So you can download digital cookie from either the Google Play or the App Store. It's usually a good idea at the beginning of each year to go ahead and delete last year's app, re-download it, and use that to log in, just so you know you have the freshest, most updated information on digital cookie. So step 1 is to register. Please disregard this December 16th date. That didn't get corrected. That should be December 15th. So the sender will be Girl Scout cookies at email or email at email.girlscouts.org. And the subject will say it's time to register your Girl Scout for digital cookie. All you have to do is click the pink Register Now button, and then you will be prompted to create your digital cookie password and then log into digital cookie using your email address and the password that you just created. From there, you'll be prompted to view the safety video. So that will run for approximately 10 minutes. And once that is complete, then the continue button will turn green. You can click continue and then you'll be prompted to read through the terms and conditions as well as the safety pledge. You'll make a check in each of the boxes to accept the terms and conditions as well as the safety pledge, and then continue will turn green so that you can click continue. From there, you'll be prompted to activate your Girl Scouts. If you are a caregiver of just one, you'll be able to activate the one Girl Scout. If you are a caregiver to multiple Girl Scouts, you'll be able to activate each of them. Once you click activate, then the access site button will go green. You'll be able to set up the girl account name, whether she has a nickname or a preferred name she'd rather use. And then from there, you can access the site. That brings us to step two. You've already set or you've confirmed and registered yourself. Now you're ready to set up the site. So to do so, you're going to first make sure you're viewing the right girl. If you have multiple Girl Scouts, you can use this drop-down area here to toggle between the different Girl Scouts under your name. When you're on their page, go to Site Setup, and then you'll be able to update all of your information here to be able to add your information. So if you have multiple Girl Scouts, you can toggle there, but you'll go to Site Setup, or you can click down here under Set Up Your Cookie Site, and you'll be taken to that tab. So the first thing will be setting your goals. You'll set your sales target. You'll first set how many packages you want to sell, which is about how many dollars worth. And then you'll also be able to make sure your rewards vibe as well. You'll also be able to add in any offline sales. So if you and your Girl Scout have gone door to door, or she's visited your office and she sold maybe 15 packages, you can go into the site setup and add the 15 offline sales to get her further to her goal. So that brings her then to My Cookie Story. She will tell customers about what she and her troop plan to do with the money they earn, as well as what she plans to learn from the cookie program. Once she's updated both of these required fields, they can click Save. I do encourage our girls to fill out these areas. A, it is required, but B, really be thoughtful about what you are putting in there, because our customers are able to see this, and they can see if a girl takes the time to say my troop is going to go to Savannah in 2027 versus just we always sell or something like that. So it does help to have kind of a compelling argument, and once you do that, then you can click Save. Then you'll be asked if you want to upload a photo or a video. We have seen that girls who upload a photo or video sold more than double the average Girl Scout who does not. But if you are not comfortable with having your Girl Scouts photo or video online, you can also choose to use a generic cookie setting to be the girl's avatar as well. So completely up to you and your family how you would like to proceed with that. But we do see lots of cute little videos or photos shared in this area from girls who are making the most of their cookie experience while online. Once all of that is done, then you will be able to approve and publish. So if your button only says see your site and not see your site and publish, then you may need to go back and make sure you have updated any of the required fields and make sure that everything's completed. And then from there, you can either edit or approve and publish. And once it is published, then your sale will be live and ready for customers to shop. So that brings us to step 3 and how you can invite customers. So you can either add customers one by one, you can import customers from a list either pulled from fall product or from last year's cookie sale. Then you can actually mix and match which marketing emails you send them, who you're sending them to. From there, you'll be able to see when they were last emailed, what email you sent them last. So all kinds of information for the Girl Scout here. Or you'll be able to copy the URL and email that link or share the QR code as well. So lots of different ways that you are able to invite customers. And as your customers are shopping, then you're able to track your goal. So on the digital cookie dashboard, you are going to see the sales progress of online and offline sales. You can view cheers that your troop leader has sent to you. You can see what orders that you have to deliver in person or that your Girl Scout has to deliver. Here's your cookie site URL, so you can either copy that link and share it on social media or via email, or you can view the QR code and share things as well. So lots of different options on the dashboard. As you scroll further, you can see total online sales as well as online sales by cookie, their marketing emails, and how their different delivery types are coming along with their sales. So all kinds of fun ways to take a look at the data that we are collecting. So the digital cookie tabs include the My Daisy pin and badges, or not My Daisy, but My Pins and Badges. So your Girl Scout can work towards their different badges and patches for each of their years. The Learning tab has all kinds of games, videos, things to play and do to get the girl really excited about cookies. There's also tips and videos about how to be an entrepreneur, how to come up with a cookie goal, how to stay safe and treat people fairly. So anything a girl might be curious about, there are all kinds of different learning tabs or learning features available underneath that tab. The orders tab is where you're going to go to view in-person delivery orders. Whoops, let me go back there. When determining whether to approve or decline the order, make sure you think about if the customer is a known and trusted adult, and are you willing and able to get those cookies to the customer's location before the end of the sale. If all of those things jive, then you're able to click approve order. You can do all of them at one time, or you can approve on an order by order basis. It's really up to you and what you feel comfortable with. So you can approve in bulk by checking all of the boxes. I do want to note that once you approve or decline, you can't change your action because that email is sent to the customer. So once those are approved, you will click that and they will receive an email that says, "Congratulations, your order has been approved. Girl Scout will deliver to you in the coming days." And so make sure that you're able then to fulfill those orders in a timely fashion. If you do approve or decline orders individually, this is what this looks like. You can decline the order, and if it's declined, you'll be prompted again to make sure that you want to do that. We do want to make sure that once you do approve an order, customers receive an email that they will get their cookies within 2 weeks. So we do want to make sure that you're able to fulfill that delivery in that time window. So then you'll be able to see your orders that you have to deliver. And once you deliver Becky's order here, you can check the box and click order delivered. Or if you know I've delivered both of these today, you can select all and then click order delivered. So again, you can go one by one, or you can approve things through bulk. Completed orders then will be populated and you'll be able to see which have been completed. You'll be able to add those customers to your customer list if they are not already on your list. You'll see a check mark if they are, or add them if you're not. You'll see their order number, their order date, and so really any of the information that you might need will be here in those completed order areas. If a customer is not added to the customers list, it won't roll over the following year. So if you know that, for example, Nina here on the screen is going to be a repeat customer for your Girl Scout in coming years, it's a great idea to go ahead and add that customer to the list because that will repopulate next year when we go to start the 2027 cookie program. Those customers in the list will already be present for your Girl Scout. My rewards tab is a tab that our council won't be utilizing, but that is an option for other councils. So we will kind of skip over that here. My cookies tab, offline sales entry, you'll want to make sure that your packages those are what have been allocated to you by your troop leader. You won't be able to change that number. But then from there, you can actually update the number of packages of each of these varieties that you've sold and then save the updates. Those will then count as offline sales, and you will be able to see those then on the dashboard when it compares offline versus online sales. You can also see the inventory tab here by the inventory tab. So number one, the first tab or column here is the current inventory. The second column is any of the ones that are pending, so you know how many packages are pending. And then the third column tells you how many packages are needed in order to fulfill any of the outstanding orders for your Girl Scout. You can see how much money is owed for cookies and how that has been calculated on the My Cookies tab under Financials. So you'll see initial cookies, additional cookies, payments, both online and offline, as well as the total balance due. The My Cookies tab delivery setting will allow you to either activate or inactivate girl delivery. If you don't feel comfortable having your Girl Scout deliver cookies in person, you can inactivate that. If you know that you're not going to have a certain variety available, you can also turn those off from the Girl Delivery Settings tab, and that way your customers aren't prompted to shop for cookies that you don't have available. The Cheers tab is where Girl Scouts can see and send cheers from their dashboard or the Cheers tab. Cheers will either come from their troop volunteers or from other Girl Scouts. They are able to send cheers to each other. And then they can view that, someone has cheered for them, and it's a good way to keep everybody motivated as we go throughout the program. So to send a cheer, Girl Scouts can pick a cheer and send next to the Girl Scout they want to cheer. So they can pick the person under the members of their troop and pick a cheer to send. They have all kinds of different options, and then they can send those to their Girl Scouts or to their friends. I do want to note that Girl Scouts can only send to other girls in their troop, but they can receive cheers from customers, leaders, and other girls in their troop. So they can send them to each other, but they can only see them when an adult sends them to them. So to view cheers, your Girl Scout will be alerted that they have cheers to look at from the dashboard, and then they can go to the cheers tab and either cheer back or just look at what they received from their peers. The mobile app will be available as soon as the cookie sale goes live. You'll download that from the App Store, log in. I do want to note that you do have to have your account set up from the browser before you can use the app. So once you have set up everything in the browser, then you're able to log in through the app. You can select from the girl or troop persona and then move on to digital cookie from there. So for mobile app making a sale, you'll go from the dashboard and click new cookie order. From there, you'll be prompted to add in the number of packages, and then they'll be able to either give to the cookies to the customer now, deliver in person later, or ship those cookies to the customer. I do want to note this screen grab is a year old, so this would be $11.99 as the starting point. So if a customer wants them now, they will pay for the cookies, but not have to pay for any shipping. Once they pick that option, they can click continue. From there, for delivery or shipped orders, they will have to enter in the name, the address, all of that information. For in-hand orders, they're able to enter a credit card number or actually scan the card and it will auto-populate. The scan is not held on your phone, so you won't walk away with a lot of different customers' credit cards on your phone. It purely scans it for that sale, and then the data is gone from your phone. So it's a nice, secure way, and it's easier than having to type in numbers. So on the mobile app, when you are viewing orders, you can click the green arrows in each of the sections to see more details about what orders you have to deliver or approved for delivery. You can also, go to approve or decline an order here from the app, and then you can also mark an order delivered from the app as well. So whether you're on the go or at home working on the computer, either way, you'll be able to use that mobile app to approve or decline orders. So your Girl Scout has participated in booth, she's sold cookies, she's used her digital cookie app, so now it's time to earn, for her to receive all of the patches and recognitions that she's earned. So girls can earn recognitions based on the total boxes they sell, their shipped only sales, and their Operation Cookie Share donations. Girl Scouts can choose, like we talked about earlier, to participate in any or all of these categories in order to earn rewards. And so it's a great way for them to be able to mix and match so they get the rewards that they desire. If I have to go in and enter a part of your Girl Scouts order, I will pick cookie dough where applicable. Rewards then will be available for pickup by either your troop leader or yourself beginning May 15th. I do want to note that rewards are cumulative. That does exclude that 1,800 package level. If a girl goes on to sell 3,000 or more packages and earns the Disney trip or Universal Studios trip or the MacBook Pro laptop, she does waive that 1,800 box level of the $350 gift card, but otherwise, all of our rewards are cumulative. That does include cookie dough. So a girl could earn up to $55 in cookie dough for 500 boxes sold based on her choices and the selections that she makes. So Cookie Dough is an online credit that can be used for registering for GSCI events or programs. It can be used to pay for next year's membership registration. It can be used to pay for camp. It can also be used on some special cookie dough only items that we'll take a look at here in just a few slides. But really, it's an online gift card that girls can use within our council. You can also use it to shop on GSUSA's storefront, but you do need to have a different code. So you do need to submit that cookie dough code for a GSUSA online code. That is due by September 5th, so that we have enough time to turn that code around to you and able to use by the expiration date of September 19th, 2026. So after that date, any cookie dough from this year's cookie program will no longer be functional. It will expire. So you'll want to make sure to use your cookie dough between May and September on either camp or other activities as well. Girl Scouts can also choose travel dough. It is just like cookie dough where girls will be emailed a code. This is going to be great for our girls who are travel minded and know they want to go on a trip. They can use this travel dough for GSCI sponsored trips or travel camps, Girl Scout destination trips, trips to national convention. So it's used for travel. It isn't for a troop trip or a girl's personal trip. It is for council sponsored only trips. Travel dough, though, can be earned and held for up to 5 cookie seasons and then will expire that 5th year on the same date as cookie dough in September. So, for example, if our girls earn travel dough this year in 2026, that travel dough will expire in September of 2031. Just like cookie dough, girls that choose travel dough will get that code emailed to them. They will have the option to choose travel dough instead of cookie dough at each level where cookie dough is offered. Travel dough is non-refundable and it cannot be transferred between Girl Scouts. So we do want to make that note. Here you see this year's reward lineup. A couple things that I do want to note is that we were able to keep our free membership in the lineup. We did move it up 50 packages from 250 to 300. It may be a bit of a stretch goal, but I do think that our girls are going to be able to achieve that. I also want to note that here at the 500 package level, there is a $75 Build-A-Bear credit that is available for our Girl Scouts to choose. That is for our Build-A-Bear workshop in Champaign, Illinois. It is not eligible to be redeemed at any other Build-A-Bear location, but if you live too far from Champaign, please don't worry. We will work with you to get the bear that you want and use that credit if you prefer. So you'll also see the shipped only rewards as well as Operation Cookie Share rewards. So all kinds of cool opportunities for girls to earn things throughout cookies. I also mentioned those cookie dough only boutique items. So those are a pin, a pen, a backpack, a journal, or a squishmallow. The prices are listed there. And again, those are able to be purchased by girls who earned cookie dough from the 2026 cookie program. We do have $1.50 patches available in our boutiques for booth sales or My First Cookie sale. So it's a good way to commemorate the 26 cookie program with those $1.50 patches. If you or your Girl Scout need any sort of help, the Girl Scout website, getyourgirlpower.org, has all of our forms as well as other materials. It includes digital cookie tip sheets and instructional videos, other tip videos, all kinds of other training materials. So really a plethora of experience there for you if you need any help. And as always, you can always reach out to our customer care team as well as your program coordinator, your membership engagement coordinator, or myself as the director of product sales. I want to thank you for your time in viewing this parent, caregiver, and Girl Scout training. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to our council, and I wish you the best of luck during the 2026 cookie program.